matchups where like this is something I also talk about a lot in Melee, but it's one of those matchups where like what Fox typically does in almost every other matchup is not what he's supposed to do against Samus, if that makes sense. So like, let's say Fox approaches with like, I don't know, this isn't a great example, but like let's say he does like a running shine or something. Maybe you can't use running shine in the same way you can use it against almost all other characters. So you have to play
wave
it
dash back down smash or something. But
right.
yeah, it
Like,
looks like we're gonna let that play out because we have JChu versus Hax actually catching on to that matchup pretty quick. And so we're going to get game one locked and loaded 70% apiece. Hax money, controlling center stage, JChu finally breaking that tension, gets that narrative breakdown. Hax's defensive game, but interesting to see is how he reacts. He finds the grab out of the neutral getup, and the shield drop upper is going to break out of Hax's top platform pressure. And it could go either way so far.
Yeah, just to finish my thought, like here's a good example. You know, we see Fox going for the up throw up air. That's not something you really do against Samus. And for Fox, that's like such a staple option as your kill confirm. So, you know, you'll see Foxes even do it even in matches where it doesn't work because they're so used to it, like again against Pikachu or against most of the characters. That's the kind of thing I'm trying to articulate. And obviously against Pikachu, there's some stuff you need to change up, but it's not as substantial, I would say.
Mm-hmm. All right, and breaking it down here, we have 3 stocks apiece, trying to break out this Pikachu pressure out of the corner. But Pikachu, one of those characters that just I feel as though gets stronger off the kidnap and won't be able to quite find that fair to set up for the gimp. But you feel like when you push a character into the corner, they get weaker, they get their options get limited, or you feel like you're in the advantage state. But I always feel as though if someone's pressuring a Pikachu in the corner, there's always that opportunity for that quick kidnap into immediate stock forward for sure.
Well, that's actually kind of one of the things I think that makes sort of Melee interesting is that like in pretty much every other game, being cornered is so bad. And in Melee, it is also bad, but the existence of the ledge makes it so that it's like not always that bad. I mean, kind of Hacks, famously someone who had like really strong ledge dash game for so long. But even, you know, thinking about sort of Mewtwo King's entire playstyle for a while was like trying to get those games at the edge. So many Pikachus, get that and leverage that. So it's definitely an interesting difference in the game, and it's why characters like Pikachu can do well. You know, offstage opportunities, gets the kill.
Gets the jump read. Yeah, it's great stuff coming out here from JChu. JChu proving that their punish game is on par and can make these sets go the distance. JChu just playing nice and safe, looking for the option. Dash attacks into the corner, Hacks with a reversal opportunity. Wow, that was the fastest Pikachu ledge dash I've ever seen in my whole life. He was instant on the ledge, instant back into center stage. That was incredible.
No, absolutely. Definitely really solid stuff. I mean, JChu clearly showing Pikachu can kind of hang, and specifically hanging against Hax's Fox, which is not easy to do. Ooh, I like the attempt there against the shield with the up air, trying to go for a shield poke, it looks like, but gets the up air anyway, and now Hax kind of has a sizable lead to play with.
Yeah, Hax operating with a little bit of advantage, taking a look for some lasers, but JChu, dips too low, but has the angles to get back. Snap down that ledge, looks for a reversal with the tail swipe, but tech chase opportunity, just crouches in front of it, but can't quite get a meaningful opening. Hacks with the corner pressure, just runs up, shield stop, into grab, on and off the ledge. Drill grab, great buffer on that spot dodge from JChu, and won't even need the thunder, knows the percentages. We're at the last dog situation.
Yeah, this actually is a big deal, this open up, going for the edge cancel back air, it looks like, but doesn't end up getting it. You know, Pax didn't get that much damage. You know, right now up throw up air not on the table, but just as he starts to tack on a little bit more, suddenly kind of Pikachu really needs to make something happen, and up smash will kill here. So, you know, that's why we see JChu playing so safe, and that's a big tech chase opportunity. Oh, I love these up airs. Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Again, just JChu immediately looking for that first hit of up air knockdown. There's definitely a lot of Pikachus who prefer to get opened up some different ways. There's the straight up angle, the second hitbox of Pikachu's up air. That's just a good sharking tool. You have the initial hitbox, which is great out of shield that will knock down fast fallers in a pretty quick way, and that's a great way to set up a tech chase. And then there's the late hitbox, which will send opponents away from Pikachu. So I really liked what JChu was fishing for, which is trying to set up that tech chase to extend that punish. But Hax knew exactly what he was looking for to find that up smash and seals away. Top into the game into FD's the pick, of course, has the chain grab available, but how will Hax be able to avoid getting grabbed by the mouse?
I actually think this is going to be quite one-sided on JChu's end. I feel like a lot of the reason Hax was making things work was sort of playing safer positions, getting a lot of value off the punish, and JChu was kind of going for these like if JChu didn't get a Gimp, he kind of didn't get much of anything, but that shouldn't be the case here, right? Like, this should potentially lead to a stock, catches the jump, yeah. So that difference maker, I could easily see this. Certainly, I think it's quite favored for JChu. I think just in general, this is a very favorite stage for Pikachu, but I think specifically against the way that Hax wants to play this, JChu's in a good spot.
And JChu just poking at Fox's feet, trying to get some safe percent.
Nice second hit.
And no opportunity for SDI there. 3 stocks apiece, but we've seen JChu get 2 or 3 grabs in that stock alone, so definitely has the wherewithal to get this punish game opened up. But Hax, not to be denied, is finding a lot of these soft hit continuations to try to make these happen, and Gimp opportunity still has the punish going. Takes him all the way down to hell, but still on the chase! And the edge gets, oh my god, what a stock from JChu!
This is what I mean, though. Like, it's like, I felt like JChu wasn't struggling so much to make things happen. It was more struggling to kind of get value off the punish. Like, better way to put it is, like, not struggling in neutral, but just the punish wasn't going that far. I guess where
soft hit on fair to continue into the up smash and stock for stock, but yeah, I 100% agree with you. It's just the punish game is significantly more linear and devastating without side platforms for Hax to escape to. And right now we're seeing the chain grab, Nair into tail spike, and that's it.
Yeah, and where I guess Hax has been impressing me and making it not as one-sided is look at Hax's punish game on Pikachu on FD. It's actually been quite solid. Not going to be enough, I don't think. Yeah, keeps the chain grab. See, this is, I think, Hax DIing off stage, but good recovery, though. A rare flub.
Hax making it a little more ambiguous. Does get the chase down grab, and this is something that I'm seeing a lot from JChu that I sometimes even see Axe struggle with is, I'm sorry, Axe, not Hax, but Axe's Pikachu tends to struggle with getting that re-grab off the ledge dash option. So if you're pushing out a Fox a little bit earlier in the edge guard flowchart, sometimes the Fox will be able to get back. But JChu, with their accessibility on and off the ledge, makes it seem that even if Hax can get back to stage, that second grab is coming and it's almost confirmed. And that's going to be a clean performance for a 1-to-1 in the set count.
Yeah, and kind of goes just as I expected. You know, 2 stock, not like a crazy one-sided match, but really, I think JChu playing it pretty cleanly, still getting a sizable amount of neutral openings, but I think it's a pretty favored Pikachu stage. I think in general, FD is kind of like, it's just in a very strange spot in the game, don't you think?
It's just it is so polarizing. It really is.
Yeah, like in some ways, you honestly think like it's sort of surprising that we haven't had more people like advocating for banning it or anything. I guess the counter argument is that it's a buff to Spacies would be my guess, but it is just so different. Like even we call the genre platform fighters, right? And you know, like FD isn't that. I like FD though personally, but it is definitely different.
Yeah, it's interesting because it polarizes the punish game for people against Spacies. However, a lot of people's counter to Spacies in neutral is to play the platforms. Spacies just have so much agency and so many tools to open up their opponent. In the neutral game, you know, even in a potentially very skewed matchup in Peach Fox, like a matchup I played thousands upon thousands of times, I lose the neutral to a Fox on FD 80% of the time. But the problem is, in that matchup specifically, is can you kill them in those 20% that you're winning the game?
Yes, it's that sort of Peach in a nutshell in general, like kind of weaker in the neutral, but can really get a lot of value in the punish. Really great reset, but I love the edge guard sequence we saw from JChu earlier. I think it's just been a very solid set. JChu really showing up and showing kind of how far Pikachu has been pushed in the last kind of say 3 years.
You know, with the prevalence of Swift, JChu, and Axe, we actually have a solid Pikachu representation at the top. It's no longer a one-trick character that a lot of people seem to think it was, but now we're kind of just waiting for that Yoshi renaissance. Where's those second, third, fourth place Yoshi's going to start coming out of the woodwork? And that's going to be a stock advantage here for Haxmoney. Haxmoney just, again, doing a great job of playing on these side platforms, using them as a break to stop jousting with this Pikachu, who's getting so much off the tech chase and so much off the knockdown. Great patience from JChu to wait out that initial defensive option, and Hax trying to box out of the corner, but will manage to avoid JChu's preliminary edge guard option.
I want to point out that Hax grabbing the ledge there actually is so important. Just small things like that, getting the right DI to not get knocked off, could have easily been in stock, and instead, Hax gets about 30% there, and we're going to see how much more extra value you can kind of get just from that one recovery situation. It's so important to not get off the edge versus Pikachu, because that's where he gets his openings. Good DI as well.
Manages to get away from that. Woo, wait, finds that cross-up drill grab, but can't quite do anything with it, just percentage a little too high. Chase down grab, up throw, up air, or just gonna go for it and find that reverse back air, and that's gonna seal away a 2-stock advantage here for Haxmoney.
I want to point out that was a crazy punish sequence as well.
Oh no!
Oh, the reversal though.
Okay. It doesn't get the F tilt out.
Actually, if he had waited a little bit, the Wispy would have been enough to grab, but obviously the awareness there would have been insane. Okay, nice regrab though. Reset again, yeah.
Wow.
Going back there, mixed up. Like the idea, because if you cannot kill from up there at that percent.
Alright, we're gonna trade camp, but I love these downer edge cancels. We saw it to great effect in the last game, but I think it's a little too far gone at this point, and JChu might just be deeming Game 3 forfeit at this point. And the up smash not quite gonna get the traded hit.
Oh wait, sorry, I looked at the stock counts in the reverse. That is gonna be the last stock for Hax of that. You know what I'm trying to say. Good God, keep going. Using up still or something. Back air, yeah.
Back air off the ledge is gonna do that. So 2-1 in the advantage for the second best Fox in Tri-State, I would argue. I'm sure there's some other Fox fans from that region who will go to bat for other ones, but regardless, Haxmoney's showing to be the dominant player so far, but JChu does have the onus to punch this one back and send us to Game 5, certainly.
Absolutely. I think JChu just needs to... I'm trying to think of the adjustments that kind of need to be made. I feel like nothing was that crazy. It was more just Hack playing certain situations really well. Like there was a situation, it's obviously hard to talk about stuff that's already happened. There was like a shield drop shine waveland thing that Hacks did that I've literally never seen anyone do. So it's gonna be tough to beat someone when they're playing this well. I like the odd pick. That's kind of a classic, but see if already JChu kind of playing the platforms a bit more. Need this kill.
Love the fair trade and the get up attack and the tail spike. Love to see that coming out here from JChu. JChu understanding when their hitbox are going to trade with Firefox. That's crucial, especially with these early low percent gimps. Just being able to have the secondary plans after trading down a hit to cover Fox's next recovery option.
Good DI on the drill clip there. And then good recognition from Hax to not try to go for the grab either. Great China to shield. Should be an up air and no DI on the up throw, which is, I guess, an attempt to make the SDI a little bit easier, would be my guess. Sometimes that can make it easier to tell which side that Fox is attacking you on, but ooh, this is a big open up though. Wrong side of the hitbox.
Twice, yeah, finding those sour spots. A little bit of damage stacked up, but we'll get the push off. And I love these wave dash down tilts, just kind of give Pikachu a little bit more space, and once it gets to those middle percents, like 60, 65 is when down tilt will start to knock down for Pikachu as well.
I think one of the things I'm noticing is both of them are kind of approaching neutral in a slightly similar way, but X is playing Fox and JChu is playing Pikachu, and these kind of like wave dash back tilts and stuff aren't really as good with Pikachu as it is with Fox, right? Like these kind of like disjointed hitboxes don't really exist with Pikachu in the same way, and it sort of feels like JChu is playing Hax's advantage, if that makes sense. Like Needs to do something a little bit different, I feel.
Love the dash dance grab, and that's going to be a neutral air to set up for one more edge guard flow chart, but the counter shine is going to get hacks out of dodge there. PC drop as well, and that's going to give the stock advantage back to neutral, actually. No advantage, 30% is the only differentiator between these players.
Yeah, and yet that 30%, Fox at 0, really, really, really hard to kind of get in on. We've seen, like, Pikachu really struggling to get any kind of meaningful hit. The first actual hit leads to a counter hit, so just getting out of that crouch cancel is so important. He loses the jump as well. Yeah, and loses the stock. See, crouch cancel is just such a big part of the matchup. Especially when you're up air that is anti-crouch cancel tech, does 3%.
Yeah, just getting juggled by a Pikachu for what seems like 30 seconds, then looking down, you've only taken 12%. Like, all right, well, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Falco laser phenomenon. You get 6 lasers, and it's like, okay, that was 12%, so it's all good. Nice. JChu managing to keep it so close. I really think JChu is playing very, very well. But again, we're at that Fox at 0 problem. Down smash, one of the ways you can deal with it. A raw grab, another one, but it's so hard to grab hacks. Oh, and just as I say that,
does not get the daft on the downward angled forward tilt. Just narrowly out of range. Can JChu get one more? I think one more grab could settle it. Oh, kidnap! Where are you going? Oh no!
Oh, that I think is gonna do it. Yep.
Ah,
just barely not.
Can we have one more opportunity? Oh, do not miss your chance. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo! Oh.
Nice. Very nice. JChu taking it to a game 5. Really impressive. That was not only JChu kind of hanging with a high level player in hacks, but also kind of hanging in terms of mentality as well, right? That back against the wall, needs to clutch it out, does clutch it out. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the last stock. These Pokemon characters that just do well in last stock situation. You get the Pikachu kidnap into Gimp, you get the Puff up throw rest. These Pokemon characters have that clutch factor, and these people who, when you get put in that situation, I'm sure hundreds upon hundreds of times in JChu, again with just a ridiculous amount of sets played on ranked, I'm almost certain has had many last stock clutch factors where you just grab that spacey at 0%, throw them backwards, and make something happen.
Yeah, I mean that is a good point. That sort of in a way, being able to clutch out those kind of moments is just how you win as Pikachu, period, right? Ooh, good start though.
That was so. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so sick.
Randall making it a little tricky.
Oh! Wait a minute. Hold up. And we carry. Oh no! Please don't live. Okay, it's fine.
Okay. See,
that was wild.
That was very, very clean, showing how much work Pikachu has to do to kill Fox there at that percent. Again, percent's kind of showing.
Oh
my god, 2 back-to-back SDs.
We are making some, Hacks has done a total of 4% this game.
So, you want to talk about mentality earlier. This is where mentality is everything. You just have to go, you know what? I'm down a stock. Nothing else happened. We did not get here due to tragedy. I just need to play a down the stock situation. And can you do that as a player? I know I couldn't. That's really difficult to overcome.
Oh no, I already hit LRA start, and I'm playing my loser set. I lost a set at my local recently because a Luigi misfired through my turnip and killed me at 12%. All right, cool. It's definitely that's the mental strength that you need as JChu though. Oh, wait a minute. One more.
Okay.
Go again. Let's see one more time. One more time for the one time. Yes, sir! Oh, the tech. And hacks. Oh my god.
It's a little off. Feel like I'm really impressed with JChu. Okay. Don't curse. No curses allowed. But I still feel like the stock count doesn't reflect how clean JChu's been playing. And I guess it's easy to say, imagine how good JChu would be if just all these stocks ended the way JChu wanted. But,
that is so unfortunate.
It was just a very unfortunate set.
That game 5 hurt my heart. It really did. JChu played so well, especially right at the beginning of that first stock. Instantly rushes, takes the space, and then Waveland grabs at 4%, and it was all right, cool. throws him off stage, had that crazy extended edge guard, but just couldn't tap it in, lost his stock, traded it down, but the damage was already done, especially with that second SD.
Yeah. I also like the dedication to like really try to close out the stock too off
Mhm.
stage. Like there is a situation where sometimes you can treat these sort of little edge guard kind of instances not as like like whenever someone's off stage, you think, I want this stock. But there's also a time to be like, okay, but even if I just get 60%, that's still valuable, like, and,
Mhm.
and I don't need to take huge risks. But against hacks, like maybe it's okay to take a big risk. Maybe it's okay to like really need that advantage. And I like what JChu is trying to do. JChu playing to win, playing the way you need to play to win.
Mhm.
Uh, and it just
Yeah, JJ's a
didn't totally
beast.
play out